man. It's good to see everybody out. Pottstown, good to see everybody. Mostly everybody taking a break from their phones tonight. All right? It's tough. It's a lot easier to be lazy nowadays and stay home and just, you know what I mean? There's all these apps and Snapchat, all that stuff. It's a lot easier just to stay home and be lazy. I mean, for the young people my age, I'm not young, but do you think like as we get older, like we're still gonna be as social media oriented as we are now? All right? I think so. I mean, it's tough to get away from. Most of us became adults like right as it was blowing up. So like, I mean, I don't think we can ever transition back. I mean, what would some of you do if you couldn't take a video of your radio on the way to work? You know what I mean? Like, you need that. You know, you gotta share that for everybody to see, just in case your radio changed from yesterday. You know what I mean? You can't get away from that. I mean, but I think we will be as social media oriented. It's just the stuff we post about will be a little bit different. You know? Like as we become older, senior citizens, 70, 75, it's not gonna be the same typical post. We're gonna have all types of medical ailments and stuff. You know, it's gonna be like, new hip, who's this? Things change. It's real though. We're still gonna have to post about it. Somebody else has gotta know. You know? It has to happen. I mean, girls, you'll have your nights out still. You know, everybody still go out with their girls like, oh, girls' night out. Can't believe we stayed out so late. Timestamp, 8:44. Hashtag bingo. G56. And guys are gonna be no better. Guys are gonna be the same way. Except it'll be nothing about grills and grass. That's it. Once you get older, grills and grass. And close as hell selfies, right? Have you ever seen a selfie taken by somebody over 55 that didn't look like it was taken with a microscope? Right? It's like they completely forget how to use a camera, right? They'll be close as hell and they're like, new shoes, y'all like? I don't know, Carl, slide the blackheads aside for a second. Maybe I can take a look at your New Balances. I'm not sticking around for it. I mean, it's inevitable that I'm going to become that guy. There's no getting away from it. I'm just not going to do it in front of y'all. I got rid of all social media, everything. Snapchat, Twitter, all that stuff. Done with it. All right? And, I mean, I like to say that I'm on my phone less, and I think I am. It's just the stuff that I do on my phone now is super lame. You know, some of you, the iPhone, if you were to double tap your phone right now and swipe away all your apps, to save your battery, it'd be Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Pornhub. Get rid of all those battery killing apps in the background. If you double tapped my phone right now, it'd be like settings, camera, weather, flashlight. Just the most lame shit ever. Actually probably costs more battery getting rid of them than it would just have it running in the background. It's just lame stuff. But I gotta declutter my life a little bit. It was just too much content. I don't need to see your radios every day. And I'm starting to dislike some of y'all. Because of it. I like you in person, but you're the worst online. Your content is terrible. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I had to declutter my life. Just make things a lot more easy. That's what I'm about. Trying to make my life a lot more easy. I mean, honestly, I'm doing stand-up 8 steps from where I get my hair cut. My bank is literally inside my grocery store. That's about how easy I'm trying to make my life. And I got kids. I got kids that are starting to get older, and they're paying attention a whole lot more than they used to. So, they see me on my phone all the time. What do you think they're gonna think? They're gonna want to be in front of a screen. And it's already bad enough I gotta compete with Fortnite. Any Fortnite players here? Honestly, Fortnite? Wow. Amazing. Good job. Kids love Fortnite, if you do not know. I don't know a child currently that doesn't absolutely love Fortnite. I mean, they're all about it. I mean, even if you don't play Fortnite, a lot of you people know about Fortnite dances and stuff, floss, hype, all that stuff. It's so entertaining. I don't play Fortnite. I don't. But it's entertaining as hell watching my kids play Fortnite. Right? Because they get so hype. It's life or death to them. It's absolutely crucial. So, like I said, I'll be entertained by them playing. I'll be in the kitchen cooking. One of their favorite things to do is that when they eliminate somebody, when they shoot somebody, they like to try to run up over top of the body, and before it gets eliminated, they try to dance on it. Right? So I'm like, all right. I'm in the kitchen cooking one time, and out of nowhere I hear my son go, "Oh, get sniped!" I peek my head around the corner, and he run up, he goes, "Get danced on, buddy boy!" Buddy boy. I'm like, where? Oh, look, my kids say a lot of stuff that I say, a lot. They did not get buddy boy from me. Right? Don't be putting buddy boy on me, man. And the guns that are in the game, the guns that are in Fortnite are real life guns. It's like realistic. You know, there's pump shotgun, scoped assault rifle, Desert Eagle. My kids can ramble these guns off like they're an army drill sergeant, right? Like it's no problem. We were out to breakfast the other morning. I'm standing next to this old guy. I'm talking, waiting to get a seat, talking about Bryce Harper or something like that. And my son just rolls up on me. And he's like, "Dad, yesterday I rolled up on this guy with my pump shotty. It was like, and this old dude is looking at him like, "You don't know anything about Fortnite." You know, he's like, I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, he jumped away. He started jumping away. I got my Desert Eagle out. Executed him right on the spot. And this old guy's just looking at me. And I'm like, "Did you dance on him, buddy boy?" I tried to explain to the old guy what Fortnite was, and then I heard him talking to his wife later, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know, something about fork knife." I was like, "Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely was." Hey, but the dudes that came up here earlier did a good job, man. I heard Denny said something about not smoking weed in 90 days. It's been about 90 minutes for me. So I'm about due. But that's good for him, definitely. Like I said, my kids are starting to pay attention a whole lot more. So my kids don't know I smoke weed, but they do know that I cough a lot in the garage. All right? It's only a matter of time before they start connecting those dots. All right? Like the other day, I came home from work. I had just grabbed some weed, center console, forgot all about it. Went in the car, went in the house, had to make dinner. I'm like, I need milk. Right back, going to get milk. My son goes, "I'm coming." I said, "All right, come on, let's go." Hop in the car and he goes, "Oh." I said, "What's that?" He said, "It smells like the garage in here." I said, "The garage? What's the garage smell like?" He goes, "It smells like gas." I was like, "Oh, it's gas, all right." It's gas, for sure. But they're paying attention a whole lot more. So I've been trying to switch to edibles. Right? They make like edible, weed cookies, weed brownies, all that stuff. I mean, they make gummies, Doritos, they make everything nowadays. But you can get anything for edibles. It's more discreet, it's not as out there, it's not as, smelly, everything like that, I guess. But you gotta be careful. Has anybody ever done any edibles in here? If you want to, yeah, got any? Shit, that's all I got. Thanks, man. Yeah. The whole thing was just me trying to get edibles tonight. If you've never done an edible, or if you're curious, my advice is be careful. Right? Be careful. Do too much, you will feel like you need to go to the hospital. True. Like, not kidding. Like, life is over. Like, I've done too much one time. I just went up to my buddy and was like, "Am I gonna make it? Like, is this it?" Had to cool me down. But if you take the right amount, oh my God, just perfectly zoned, right? But you don't want to do it when you have any responsibilities. Right. Nothing. No responsibilities. You want to make sure you got a clear day. You don't want to do it before you get ready to go to work or like a dance recital or something like that. You want to save it for when you got like plenty of time to do nothing, which I don't have a lot of. Coaching, constantly coaching sports and everything like that. I don't have a lot of time. But I had some cookies last summer and I couldn't wait to use them. Finally, my wife said, "Hey, don't forget we got that birthday party to go to today." And I'm like, "Blah." Over birthdays, done with them. I'm like, She goes, "Don't worry, you don't have to go." I'm like, "Yeah, I love you." Cool. But all I'm thinking is, I got those cookies in the garage. It's about to go down. So I'm gonna pop a cookie. I'm gonna mow the grass. Told you, I'm gonna become that guy, just not in front of you guys. And I got a riding mower, so it's not like I'm out there pushing it, laboring. I'm out there strictly Forrest Gump style, just cruising, right? She couldn't even get out of the driveway, and I'm like, here you go. All right. Amazing, right? So eat the cookie. It takes a little bit to kick in. Filled up the mower with gas, and grabbed my headphones. It's like a late summer day. Perfect. So I'm gonna mow the grass. Pop on the headphones. I'm out there cruising. Now, typically on a normal day, on a non-edible day, it takes me about 45, 50 minutes to mow my grass. This day, 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours I was out mowing the grass. And it's not like I was struggling. I was just gone. Thoughtless. I mean, I don't even have the word to describe how I felt. It was one of the best days of my life. Flat out. I mean, the birds, the way they were flying, everything was just... looked like squirrels were dancing on Buddy Breeze. I mean, it was just tremendous. Right? I hadn't had a cognitive thought in 4 hours. I had no idea. I'm just cruising, having a day. And then I come around the corner and I see my wife standing there. No idea she came home. She's standing there. I said, oh shit. As soon as I saw her, I started coming down off the high a little bit. Right? I was in no shape to have human communication at this point. I wasn't really sure I could actually enunciate words. And she's flagging me down. I'm like, oh, I stopped the mower right where I was at. Put it in park. Took off the headphones way across the yard. I didn't want to be near her. I couldn't even talk. I get off. And I go. She goes, you okay? I said. She goes, you gonna turn the mower off or do I gotta yell over it? I said, oh, yeah. Turn the mower off. And she goes, you need anything? And as soon as she asked me that, everything came back. I was hungry, I was thirsty, I had to piss. All my bodily functions were starting to come back. It was the greatest question she could have asked because I was starving and thirsty. I didn't realize it until she asked. And I said, oh, yeah. Let me get a half gallon of Turkey Hill iced tea, 3 basement hot dogs, double soft pretzel from Wawa, and a chocolate chip cookie dough blizzard from Dairy Queen. She said, I mean from the house. I was like, we don't have any of those things in the house? We have none of those things in the house. I said, oh shit, you're not going on like a run? She said, a run? I said, not like with your legs, stupid. Like, not like with your legs, stupid. Like, you're not gonna get in the car and like drive to all those locations to get that stuff? She goes, wasn't planning on it. I said, oh, forget about it. It's all right. I'm just gonna finish mowing. She goes, hey, when are you gonna mow the grass? I said, what? She said, when are you gonna mow the grass? I said, I've been mowing the grass. 4 hours. I never actually engaged the blade on the mower. I put 5 miles on my mower that day without mowing a single blade of grass. Just gone. And then I didn't mow. I just parked it. At that point, I was off my high. I'm like, man, I was angry about it. I just parked the mower. Didn't even mow that day. I don't know what my neighbors were thinking. Daryl next door couldn't have gave me the heads up. But I was pretty much playing Mario Kart for 5 hours. Just completely knocked me down, man. And my kids are paying attention more, like I said. So on my way back into the house, my son goes, hey, what's the matter? I said, I'm just not feeling well. And he goes, why not? What's up? I said, I don't know. I think I ate like a bad cookie or something. He goes, was it the one in that baggie that smelled like the garage? I was like, yeah, I think so. Stay away from those. Stay away from those. They're paying attention. I gotta be aware of that, I mean, a lot of us, or a lot of you, I don't know, we all had different types of parents, different styles. Some of your parents were probably great examples of what to be, what to do. discipline, laid the law down, all that different types. My dad kind of did the opposite. My dad pretty much showed me what not to do as a parent, pretty much. I mean, all I gotta do to beat my dad is pretty much not drink a fifth of vodka before I go to work, and I've already got him cooked, right? He didn't set the bar extremely high. I remember the first time I caught my dad peeing in the kitchen sink. I say first time because it happened a lot. But the first time, I'll never forget the first time I caught. That's gonna be the first words in my autobiography if I ever have one. I'm just gonna lead off with that. But the first time I ever caught him was like, I'll never forget it. Who would? It's not too often you see a grown man on his tippy toes. Stopped being on your tippy toes a long time ago. Well, no, it was like a weekend night, the Phillies were on, and I remember a commercial came and he goes, hey dude, go upstairs and brush your teeth. I'm like, look at you being a dad, all right, proud of you, I'm gonna go brush those teeth. Right? Whoa, slow down. I go up the stairs, I'm like, yeah, go up the stairs, the door's locked. My mom was in there, probably shitting in the tub. So I come downstairs. I never confirmed that or not. But I come downstairs and my dad's gone. My dad is gone. And I'm like, oh, sweet. He's probably doing something irresponsible, like usual. I'm gonna sneak into the kitchen and grab some ice cream. All right? And when I walk into the kitchen, turn the light on, my dad's on his damn tippy toes, peeing in the sink. And he was so scared the hell out of him, right? Scared the hell out of him. And he was embarrassed, really. I don't see my dad embarrassed a lot, but he was so embarrassed. And he was so embarrassed he tried to send me on a dummy mission to deflect from the fact that he was peeing in the sink. Like I didn't just flat out catch you, right? So I walked in, I turned on the light, and he's like, oh, dude, can you go check the mail? It's like 9:30 at night. I checked the mail earlier. He goes, no, but just go see if anything came since. Since when? Since I last checked and you put your shaft on the sink ledge? There ain't no mail, bro. Don't pee in the sink. Pot. Seriously. So yeah, he gave me lots of examples on what not to do. As long as I'm not peeing in the sink, I feel like I'm doing all right. I might mow the grass or not mow the grass for 5 hours, but I'm still ahead of him. Yeah, man. And I try to be a good role model for my kids. I coach, I do all that type, football, baseball, all that. And I discipline them when I need to, but I also like to reward them when they need rewarding too. For the longest time, they were on me about this hamster. They wanted to get a hamster. And I'm not into all the rodents and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, but they're on me enough. I said, you know what, bring me some good grades, we'll get your hamster, all right? Well, they were motivated as hell. This was like 2 weeks, and they brought me these test scores, and they want a hamster. And my youngest goes, if we get a hamster, can I name it? I said, sure, whatever. He goes, I said, you got a name in mind? He goes, not yet, but I got it. I said, all right. So off to the hamster store we go. We get this hamster on the way home. I said, you think of a name yet? And he goes, yeah, I got the perfect name. I said, what you got? He goes, Jesus. Let me rewind a second. We're not the most religious household out there, okay? So the only thing my kids know about Jesus Christ is when they take his name in vain. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a stress reliever for them. Whether we're watching a football game or we spill something, it's like, Jesus Christ, did you see that pass? Oh, Jesus, I spilled the milk again. So, they're not really tuned into exactly who Jesus was. So to them, now Jesus is a hamster. Right? I said, why Jesus? Why? He goes, I just like the way it sounds when I say it. All right. So we had this hamster that lived for the typical amount of time that hamsters do. I wasn't paying attention to how long that was, but maybe 6-7 months he passed away. And the kids wanted to bury in the backyard. I said, let's wait 3 days just in case. You never know. But that was the first time they ever had to mourn anything Like they've been sad before, you know, like when I tell them to turn off Fortnite. But they never mourned anything, never had to grieve. That was a different type of thing for us to go through for them. You know, they were sad. Jesus died. Which hey, I mean, it's me too, man. But like a month later, my grandmom had passed away. And, you know, we had to grieve again. And we had this beautiful funeral for her. And afterwards we had like this family gathering. And my wife and kids went with me. And my uncle, towards the end, got up and gave this like amazing speech about my grandmom's life. Like even thinking about it, you know, it was special. And my son could tell I was a little choked up. He's never really seen his dad like that. And he like kind of squeezed my hand. I looked down. He smiled at me. It was a nice moment. And then my uncle got done speaking, and he goes, "Nobody should worry. Grandmom is now no longer suffering, and she's happy in heaven, laughing and dancing with Jesus." And my youngest squeezed my hand and goes, "Jesus?" And I'm so caught in the moment, I go, "Yeah." You know, not thinking of the dead hamster at this point. Then I hear him tell his old younger brother, he goes, "Yo! Mom's in heaven dancing with Jesus." My youngest goes, At that moment, in the time, I couldn't explain to him what was going on. So we get into the car, and my son said the most like mature thing ever. Really, he was like, "Daddy, you know what? I'm not really scared to go to heaven anymore." And I just like, boom, stopped me. I'm like, wow, really? Like, whoa, that's a really mature thing to say. What would make you say that? And he goes, "Sounds amazing. You get to laugh and dance with hamsters in heaven? Jesus Christ, that sounds amazing." I still haven't told him. I'll tell you what though, that version of heaven sounds pretty lit. Hamster dance party? Tell me that's a bad time. Can't be. All right? I still haven't told him, man. One day I might tell him. But my kids are starting to get to that age where they're like my best friends, you know? So I got to dance that line of best friend and father. You know, I still got to discipline them, but at the same time, you know, they're like my boys, you know? They're like my best friends. So I kind of treat them how I would treat my best friends from time to time. And so like, you know, when you're kids, or if you're ever at a playground, there's young kids, they don't know how to fall right. You know, the little toddlers, 2 or 3-year-olds, they just, when they fall, they've got no bearing on how to fall, just boom, smack their head. And you see the parents run up to them, you see them come, like, "Oh, baby, you okay?" You know, and all that. No, I'm past all that, right? Past all that. My kids know how to fall now. They're 9 and 7, so when they fall, I'm treating them just like I treat any of my friends that would fall, right? I'm roasting them. Absolutely, right? We were at a playground the other week, and there was a bunch of toddlers running around. My kids were the oldest by far. And there's a bunch of parents standing on the side like we all do, acting like we care. Just counting down the minutes, like, jeez. And my oldest son comes up to me, throws me his jacket. He's getting hot. And I'm like, "A couple more minutes, man. Seriously." And on his way to go back, the playground has like the raised mulch where it's got like the trim, the wood trim you gotta step onto. Kind of like this pool table. Maybe a little lower. It's got like that raised mulch, and on his way back up, boom, face planted, right? And this lady next to me goes, "Oh!" But I went, "Oh!" And I ran up over the top and said, "Get this, baby!" That's all I got, man. Thank you.